Let's see. How do I add invite? I'm gonna wait until this shit gets live. All right, how do I add Elijah to this shit? Hey guys, I am about to add Elijah so we can. What's up, guys? How you doing? There's a lot to unravel with tonight. And I'm glad I'm here. Hey, hi guys. I look a mess. I was not like really prepared to go live, but I feel like I had to. It is a must right now. So yeah, I invited Elijah to go live with me after the whole show tonight. It is a must that we have a conversation and kind of break some things down. I am here because I want you guys to ask questions. I don't mind talking about episodes 1 through 4. I mean, we can just chat, okay? There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot to unravel. It's crazy. And tonight, hold on. It says Elijah's unable to join. Let me try him one more time and see what's going on. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna send another request for that. Hey guys. Right now I'm just kind of reading some comments. Somebody say, "Hey, hi, thank you." I'm really trying to join with Kiely. I'm asking Kiely to go live with me. I'm gonna ask Felisha to go live with me if they want to hop in this. But this is what's up.
What's happening?
Man, a lot, everything,
The drama continues.
The drama continues, right? So
I still ain't seen it yet. I still haven't seen it yet.
You haven't?
No, I came home and got straight on live with you.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I can break some things down.
Okay.
But I did want to. I was gonna go live anyway, and this was perfect because after I watched the episode, I was like, okay, me and Elijah, we just got to do this. We got to go live because this shit is crazy the way everything went down.
It is.
But to break certain things down with the episode, basically it was the Aubrey. You and Aubrey were kind of like in the room, and you guys were having a discussion, and she said some vague yet foul shit about like we were basically saying that we run shit, and we doing all the work and like all of this or whatever. Yeah. And I know first off, definitely know how things can be edited. I have been edited in all the wrong light the past couple of weeks.
Right.
And at this point, I'm just like, you know what? Nobody's gonna like take it for what it is. So I'm just gonna own this shit and just people are just gonna recognize and say whatever they want in the first place. But I just kind of want to
interject and say, like, I just want to interject and say it's been interesting for me, right, from my perspective, and I've tried not to say anything just because this is one of the only reality shows, and the only reason why I did this is because it wasn't scripted at all, it wasn't fake at all. But again, even with that being said, how it's edited, we kind of get to see ourselves in certain situations for the first time while you guys are watching it. So for me, being there with y'all and like me knowing y'all in real life, I'm like, these are like the sweetest girls in the world. But I'm watching the show like, damn, they kind of like look crazy, like, you know what I mean? But when you're smart, because we're songwriters, we're really quick out the mouth, and it's just so that's great TV, but it also gives people just a one-sided perspective of you and Felisha because y'all are so sweet. But yes, just like how I got caught, like they could use me as an example, right? Because I wasn't in no drama, but in that moment where I was like, okay, well, why are my sisters coming at me like this? Like, shit. So everything, it wasn't really trying to downplay y'all talent. I've been screaming from the hills about how dope y'all are. It just was kind of like, well, shit, why am I under the bus? So everything I did don't make sense. But then you got to understand, like, in that we're songwriters, so we say it, then we like think about what we said. So That's a lot of what people are
Yeah,
seeing from you and Felisha.
absolutely. And I'm just gonna say this because this is very important to me. Nobody fucking knows me. Okay. So I am not this type of person that'd be like, oh, I'm gonna save face. Oh, I acted this way, or I did this, or I did that. Yeah, I said what I said. And what I mean by that is that when you're coming to a situation where the stakes are very high and you care a lot about your work, you care about what you do, on top of that, we're coming through COVID. We're coming through, we were quarantined for 8 days. Like, there's so many different instances that happen. And then we're not even gonna get to talking about the damn editing, right? Because that can go the way that it wants to. But that's not where I'm about to go with this, because that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Even from episode 1, the only thing that I can say in general is that I may have came on high strong. I may have came on the way people may not want me to, but at the same time, people gotta understand that it's reality TV. Everybody says shit behind anything that is not being filmed. So I came in this being myself, and I'm just like, okay, the geriatrics, okay, that's being filmed. And then 3 months later, oh yeah, I said that because it was being filmed. Somebody could have said that and nobody ever heard that shit. So I'm not about to sit here and defend myself over nothing, or things that I think that anybody could say or do. However, I do feel like one thing about me and Felisha is the authenticity, that we were always going to be real, and we take responsibility for what we say, what we do, how we act. And that's something that we're always going to do. Yeah, I may
For
have said
sure.
something that may have been rude, but at the same time, rude or nice don't get the job done. The work is the work.
And y'all are workers. Like, outside of the show, even the sessions we've done prior to, it's very much like, what's the hook? What is it? Like, let's get. So a lot of things that were taking place in the crib were not normal in studio sessions. Motherfuckers be wanting to work. Motherfuckers be wanting to get shit done. Motherfuckers don't want to be leaving the sessions wide open. So I could understand how that is frustrating with y'all, because you two were the only two in the house that didn't take a hiatus. So it's
Absolutely.
yeah, it's
I do
tough.
want to. So I saw somebody in the comments that says, "Why take Aubrey's word over your friends, over theirs?"
Okay, so for me, I wasn't in the house with Aubrey, so I caught on to the dynamic late. I was just trying to. I don't know. I didn't watch the episode. I was just trying to get Aubrey to come downstairs to work on the song, and just try to buffer everything. So when that got sprung on me, it was kind of like, whoa, like, why they throwing me under the bus? Like, but I shouldn't have, again. And it wasn't till when I came downstairs, I don't know what they showed, but like when I came downstairs, as soon as I saw Fallon and Felisha, I was like, damn, like, we supposed to be like fam, like, y'all. And Fallon looked at me like Elijah. And that's when I snapped out of it. But that's how it really gets in the heat of everything and all the commotion going on. Cause I never, like, I wasn't approaching Aubrey with no mess. I just was coming to her like, yo, can you come downstairs, cut these vocals? What's the issue? And she's like, yo, they said it, you ain't shit, and you know what time it is. So I'm just kind of like, well, damn, like, I have been in this shit for a minute, but again, like, that's my bad. Like you said, you own your stuff. I kept telling Felisha and Fallon afterwards, like, damn, I didn't come into the house for the mess. Like, I came in to get in where I fit in and help bring the songs into like fruition. So for me to even get caught up and have that moment of weakness, I kind of am just a little disappointed that it got me, because I'm supposed to know better. But I'm human, you know what I mean? And that's really the one part I want to take back.
I mean, I can definitely get the part of of being human because I have said some things, and honestly, things that I have said, I really have said just off of not holding my breath. I'm just gonna say what comes out. That's something that I don't think before I say. If I feel it, I feel it, and I'm gonna just say it.
We're Geminis. It's in us.
We're Geminis, so I get that. But on top of that, I just kind of feel like you should have peeped Aubrey's game. Like, I didn't either. Off jump, I did not either. And she was very, playing her, little apprentice shit, going into it. But like, being fellow songwriters, producers, like all of that shit, I think that Aubrey, she definitely lied by saying that we were just like, oh, we running shit. If anything, it was more so about, you like us being in this whole situation where the other girls weren't necessarily like writing and, you know, being a
Right.
part of what was going on. So it was just like, okay, well, you know, the girls kind of just kept saying, well, why don't we bring Cosign and Elijah back in and this and that? And then you guys weren't as available as what we were expecting for
Mm-hmm.
obvious reasons. And then
Mm-hmm.
that's when we was just like, okay, well, they're not here and they know who's running shit when they're not.
Right.
So that's basically what I feel
And that's
Aubrey
my
took.
issue is when you're told like partial truth, it causes
Mhm.
confusion. And I just was like not really rocking with the confusion because it was counterproductive. Because yes, watching the show now, I see a lot of the things that y'all had to deal with. Even I'm gonna be completely transparent. Sometimes coming into the house, me knowing y'all outside of it in sessions and really getting to it, I was just kind of like, yo, like, what's wrong with their energy? Like, why do they seem just so like? But now watching it, I understand. And even now watching it, a lot of people don't understand, but it's very frustrating when you want to just knock out a song and you're dealing with so many different things, and it's just kind of like, yo, like, let's work. Let's now watching the show, because again, people don't know I wasn't staying in the crib. Cosign and I weren't in the crib. We were at our hotel, came to the studio, left. So we just getting, yo, what's the energy? Like Cosign's like, yo, why is Felisha mad at me? Why Fallon looking at me like that? Like, what's really going on?
So, I mean, look, before we even came into the house, like everybody didn't know anything that was kind of going on, but there was kind of an inkling that there was going to be an in-house like producer or in-house writer, and we didn't necessarily know who that was or whatever. But we came in as friends. Like we all, me, you, Felisha, Cosign, we all are here in LA together. We work together, like literally just do a bunch of shit together. So a lot of the other women did not necessarily expect that. But at the same time, I kind of felt like there was this divisiveness with us, and not necessarily, you know, you and I, but just like the whole situation where it was just like, okay, well, are we sizing each other up or are we trying to do this together?
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel kind of approaching the situation? Did you think like, okay, well, yeah, Fallon and Felisha are my friends, but I'm gonna come into this and play a fair game with everybody and just make sure I'm not on anybody's side?
I'm
Like,
glad you asked that question, right? So for me, it was never a thing of like sizing y'all up ever, because I didn't even feel like there was any tension prior to that Aubrey thing, whatever. But for me, it was all the other girls were just kind of like, yo, Elijah's taking sides with Felisha and Fallon, and if he's coming in to help with the music, then we're outnumbered and we're at a disadvantage. So I took the initiative to kind of try to sit with all the girls and just be like, okay, what's your story? Because yeah, that's what songwriting is. You're trying to pull from people, their experience, and help illustrate and tell that story. And I let them all know that they were at a disadvantage because you and Felisha were such strong singers and songwriters. So I wanted to help them. I guess I was just over trying to get their trust and just kind of like, yo, like, okay, yes, I've known them because they've been in the industry and that we in the same rooms, but like, let's build, let me talk to you and let's build that trust. I'm not coming in so I felt like a lot of the counterproductivity on my side was just really trying to get them to be like, I'm not here against y'all. It never really was against you and Felisha. I actually feel like that put me at a disadvantage with the girls, and I just was always the target, like, oh, he has a friendship with him. Because, you know, when I first walked in, we hugged. And they was already like, oh, what the fuck is this? Is blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
but you know, it is what it is. We friends. We here, like it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But I do want to say that you have not seen the episode, so I will give you the advantage as to you didn't see it. But there were some things said about
Okay,
some
no, come on.
about some BDE, okay? Some big dick energy.
Who
And you
had the
said
big
something
dick
like, well, the only
energy?
person in here that got balls is me. So,
Oh no,
you
because
know, I
she
don't know
kept
about
saying,
everybody, I got three
big
number
dick energy.
ones and,
No.
you know.
Well, she kept saying big dick energy. So I was just kind of like, why? See, again, I don't know how it was edited, but I kept saying, why is there big dick energy? Why is that a conversation when I'm the only one with a dick? Like, that's what's all. It just was like my sarcasm. Like, It wasn't trying to knock y'all.
I'm
Like
just
y'all
gonna
shouldn't.
say this. I'm not even gonna lie. My non-existent dick is huge. Okay.
We've talked about it.
I'm
Like
just saying.
I believe it. I fucking believe it. I've seen
And
it.
I can't
What?
help it. It may be a lot of BDE in this little 5 foot nothing, but it's there.
Somebody said, "Nah, Elijah, don't fall back now." What people have to really understand is that it's not falling back. I genuinely love these girls. Like I genuinely fuck with Felisha and Fallon, and
Yeah.
a lot of the social media thing. It's cool, right? Because y'all watching the show, and it would be cool for us to get on here and like slander each other and attack each other and continue this dynamic because that's what friends do on social media. But that's not where I'm from, and how I was raised is accountability. I was put in a scenario where I led with my instinct and said something, and whether I felt like they really said that to Aubrey or whatever, it doesn't matter because again, I don't want to hurt my friend's feelings, and I don't want
Right.
me feeling like I said something that might be hurtful in a public setting. I'm not too like my ego's not too puffed up to be like, yo, however it was taken, that's not how I rock with y'all. I love y'all, and I just wish more people would move like that in the social media atmosphere. I was just talking to Keisha. I just hate like when I see friends fighting and like airing out dirty laundry. It's like, well, y'all was never really cool, and that made me not even want to fuck with you, whether you in the right or wrong, because
Right.
this is for me the year of accountability. So again, like I said, when she said that shit to me, I definitely was like, yo, what the fuck? And I did have a moment where I was like, well, shit, this and that. I didn't watch the episode, so I don't know exactly how it was edited. But again, it's never been no love lost. As soon as I saw Fallon, I don't know if they showed that. I brought it up to her and she corrected it and we moved forward.
So,
And y'all are gonna see what happens after that.
yeah. So, I mean, it's obviously not over, guys. There's a lot that needs to just kind of, be addressed and be transparent about. But they did show a little bit after that. They didn't show your response, but they showed you coming to you, Felisha, and Coast go into the studio, and we have a conversation about what Aubrey said, and me and Felisha looking at each other like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
that never happened, and we
Yeah.
never said anything like that. And Felisha was just like, "You know how much we respect you." And that's never something that we would actually say or even do. And so it wasn't resolved, but that's in the episode that happened.
Yeah.
And
Can I clear one more thing up? I saw somebody was like saying that I said the least famous. That wasn't the context that it was said in. Fallon and Felisha have also said on the show, everybody's also said, my conversation with Aubrey, again, like this, I'm at a disadvantage because I don't know what they air, so that's how you know I'm telling the truth. She said that the girls are intimidated by the twins. And I said, out of all the girls in the house, which is not a new discovery, as a group, they've had the least amount of success as a group. So for them, everybody making them out to be a bully, they're like giving it too much power. Just let them use them, like allow the girls to write with them, work with them. It's just like they kept saying, oh, well, they won't let me do this and they won't let me do this. I'm just like, y'all are all queens. Like, work together. How are y'all letting them come into this house and intimidate y'all in that way when y'all could be using them as a tool and as an asset? It was never no shade or whatever like that. The way I
but
found
you know
out,
how that can come off as shade real quick when it comes to reality TV. And I've learned my lesson about how things can come off as shade as reality TV. And mind you, I threw some shade. Not gonna take that back. Kind of hilarious. But at the same time, I know how they can do that, so I understand. But it was just very important to be clear with you and get on this live with you, because I don't want people thinking that that we're not friends or we're not on the same page with everything that happened, especially when you see people's confessionals and like people talking crap and like all of that. I expected that from everybody else. Did not expect that from you. But at the same time, I can understand how being in a position like that from my own first episode, second episode, and third, being portrayed as something that I definitely know that I'm not. I'm very outspoken. I am very real. I can be shady, but at the same time, I have a heart of gold. And a lot of people ain't gonna get that. A lot of people won't understand that. And that's not for them to understand. Reality TV, for your viewing pleasure, this is great. But at the same
Same,
time, I
same.
just
And
want
that's what I'm
us to
saying.
kind of clear the air.
Like I, like I said, at this point, once me and you spoke, it didn't matter what was said to Aubrey, because at the same time, like you said, I understand. And like y'all had to go up against so many things to just try to be like, yo, can y'all just let us help get this project done? Because a lot of people don't know there was like a certain amount of days to get a whole EP done. So everybody was frustrated. Everybody was all over the place. And again, I see some of the comments. If I said something that was offensive in that moment, I'm not backpedaling. I'm not trying to, because again, after the show, we still kick it. We're really cool in real life. And we had already had this conversation a million times. We would literally be sitting down and finally be like, Elijah, they going to edit this. And what is blah, blah. And I'd be like, oh, well, when you say this, that I can't wait to see what you actually said about me. Like, we had already joked about this. We already talked about this. And I was upset that I had that moment of weakness. But again, I'm seeing the comments, and I'm not going to get out here whether y'all feel like she said what she said. Or somebody said, oh, she threw a whole tree at you, Elijah. That's not the part. It's accountability and moving forward.
Right.
And she just said, she's a very much I said what I said person. I said what I said. It was in the heat of the moment, but it was charged because somebody was playing chess. And we realized it. Why y'all want to be upset and mad so bad?
I mean, but look, the comments are the comments. They're gonna say what they want to say, and that's what it is. I've dealt, like, literally the first episode, people was just like, you got a stank ass attitude, you ain't shit, you ugly, you look like crap, you can't sing. And then like 2 weeks later, there was like, oh my God, I'm so mean to you. I'm really sorry. I understand that you got some talent. Just like, I am learning my lesson about reality TV, and it is brutal. Okay.
Yes.
And we're going to take it the way that it comes. But I
Yes.
just wanted to get on here, and I wanted to definitely clear the air and talk to you about maybe what everybody else was thinking, because I was thinking the same thing, because it really caught me off guard. And I didn't know where that was going. And I'm like, damn, son. Like,
No. But we talked about it. Remember we talked about it, and I think when
and
people
you
see the
know
next,
what? You know what? I can't speak for me and Felisha, because we're not the same person. You might have to just do a live of her by yourself. Okay.
it is
Like,
different when you see it and you hear it. I've heard that about, and I figured that
it's
was
different. It's
yeah.
different. But coming from someone that has the remorse that, hold on, I think Felisha wants to be in our live. I think she wants to come through real quick. Felisha wants to come through real quick.
Okay.
Kiely said, why didn't you join me on my? I didn't even know you was on it. Do you want to? I'm going to see
Kiely,
if
feel free to jump in.
I'm going to see. Kiely, feel free to jump in. I'm going to see if she wants to jump in too. Because what's up? Felisha did say she wanted to jump in though.
I'm about to shock the fuck out of you. I'm blonde.
Oh, oh,
I don't know.
hello.
I'm good. I was feeling frisky.
It's the blonde for me.
Like a whole new person. What's up, Kiely?
I don't know.
What's up, Keith?
Shut up. Leave me alone. How was this episode?
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it.
You
Keely,
haven't seen it?
you
Elijah.
were hilarious. Okay, I just have to say that the way you were trying so hard not to touch Pam, that shit was fucking hilarious. I just have to say that.
She don't like to be touched. We respect people's boundaries. We're not trying to touch people that don't want to be touched. I don't need to touch you. I was like, ooh, let me take it back. Elijah.
It was something, Felisha. Felisha said, "Let me in." I'm trying to let her in. I just requested you. I don't know what's happening.
Let her
Come on in, so
Felisha. She can make fun of this blonde wig.
I'm not making fun of it. I said, "What's up, Keith?"
I'm making fun of myself. I shock the shit out of myself every time I look in the mirror. I'm like, ah! Who are you?
I like it.
I
like
Elijah.
it.
Yeah,
I'm trying. Everybody keeps saying, "Let Felisha in." I'm trying. Like
we talked about it, but let me tell you, oofy.
Okay, y'all look good. That's not fair.
No, you look good. What's
you
up?
Look good too.
I look all right. How y'all
You
doing?
look good.
It's a compliment. Okay,
Oh.
I'm so glad we can finally do this now.
Me too.
Let me fix my ring.
It was getting annoying to not have to like. And I saw y'all on your thing, and they were asking why the B2K boys wouldn't claim me, and I was sitting there like, bitches won't claim me either. So I understand that nobody's claiming me. damn it.
I was like, why are y'all asking us this?
Messy, because he petty.
Elijah, we gonna fight.
No, I don't want to fight. I've been saying this all day. I do not want to fight with my sisters. I don't want to fight. I was telling,
I was like,
the thing is,
then
I
when
knew, but
believe
you know,
Aubrey.
even though we had talked about it, I was like, I was like, yo, when this comes out, I don't know how it's going to be edited, and I still ain't seen it. But it's one thing to talk about it, but it's one thing to see it. Like, I haven't seen what y'all actually said to Aubrey about me, and I just saw the shit trending, and I was
because
like, oh,
honestly, you didn't see it because there was nothing that was said.
We didn't say
She
that.
was the one. She made that. You really think that they wouldn't have showed that in this episode? How we
Right.
said anything about you? They would have been the first. Kiely, what the hell is going on?
Shut up. It's fine.
They would have been the first. They would have edited that shit in. Like, it was literally nothing said.
Right.
If it was, it would have been played this episode.
Yeah.
And that's why I take full accountability again. Like, if it's anything I would have done differently, is I wouldn't have let my true Gemini.
Give me 1 second, y'all.
Because the first I was like, damn, like, why am I getting thrown on the bus? But when Fallon looked at me and I saw her eyes, I was like, I done got.
You
got
There's
got.
no excuses.
You got all the way got.
But
That's
niggas
why
gonna
mine
see.
has so
Niggas
much
gonna see how the
fun.
shit played out. Because I ain't go out like, niggas gonna see how the shit played out. Because I don't like people doing that. I don't like manipulation. And I just don't like that. Because again, this is TV for some people, but then these are my friends in real life. So again,
And that's but honestly, Elijah, I gotta tell you, you were so impactful on the show. Because I honestly don't feel like me, Fallon, or Felisha would have ever gotten to the place we were at had it not been for you. Not saying that we had like something blocking, but like they weren't gonna believe me when I was like, they weren't gonna believe. They didn't know me like that. They didn't.
Yeah,
know
and
me
people
like
don't
that.
know how many times and Kiely, thank you for jumping. How many times I had to pull the girls aside because they felt like there was always like a clique between Fallon and Felisha and I, just because I knew them outside of it. So a lot of the side conversations I kind of got thrown into was just me trying to have a real rapport with everybody, so they felt like they could trust me. Because of course, Felisha could write her own lyrics, she could do vocal producer stuff, she could sing her ass off. Fallon can do the same. So they're all like, well, shit, if you come here to help us and you on their side. So every day, they weren't showing it. Every day I'm sitting there talking on the side with Misha. I'm talking on the side with Iris, just to get them to come down to the studio. You know what I mean? And that was like,
I mean, that was literally our whole life story, you know, being in there. And a lot of people don't see, like I said, people just gonna catch what they catch and what they play. So that is what it is. But Elijah, I do have to state this because it's very important. My sister is going ham in the comments, and you're gonna have to
I
address
can't
her.
see what
So
she's saying, but they like,
got
get him,
questions.
Sarah, get him.
Sarah got questions.
Sarah chose violence.
She chose
No,
violence.
Sarah, I don't want no problems, Sarah. My sister's name is Sarah too,
questions.
so I don't want no problems, Sarah. Like I said,
like, why you didn't ask them first? Why you didn't?
but she's not. What Farrah don't understand is Farrah. I want to tell you. Okay, so let me tell you, Farrah. As soon as I saw them, I asked them. You're catching a moment where the cameras were in front of my face, right when she said it. Like my friends were throwing me under the bus, so I immediately was like, "Damn! Like why?" You know, like, why would they say this about me? And I'm coming down here to try to get you to sing on the song and help get this shit done. So, again, I definitely could have handled it differently. I'm not making any excuses. But, again, there was the moment I saw
somebody comes to you and they tell you that somebody's talking shit about you, you don't assume that they're lying, because that's some crazy catty shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for somebody to just be like, let me make something up real quick. But that's exactly what she did.
And thank you, Felisha. This
Which
goes
is
to
crazy.
show the character. This goes to show the character of these women, is because, like, in this moment, she's still showing, like, what really, really happened. Like, my mind wasn't even on Felisha or Fallon saying that about me. So when I didn't know Aubrey's shit, like, so when she said it, I was like, God damn, like, I'm in this too.
Yeah, and you know, and some people saying like, but did Elijah lie though? Like, do y'all have number ones and this?
They do, no, and they're still.
We do now, bitch.
But y'all had it before.
Okay, so
don't let them get to you. Don't let them get to you.
No, it's so
but
funny
y'all had them
because
before.
we said that on the show plenty of times and they never showed it. We was just like, we are the least successful group or the least popular
saying that
group.
You guys
we said that.
weren't like about it. You guys were like, and I think that makes it's hard for people to understand that, because that is a part of your let me not start talking testimony, but that's a part of your story, is that yes, you may not have in your group done all the things that you wanted to do, but you went right out there and kept going.
And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Why are y'all giving these girls such a hard time? Because if they have done all this shit with Chris Brown and they done did all this shit with Bieber, they're coming into it. So y'all so busy complaining, and I didn't even do the work. I didn't see that until after the show aired. I didn't even know that was like Fallon's tagline.
Do the record.
That was like me kind of saying like y'all had a head start. Like instead of complaining, like use them like and come together. So I didn't see how they edited it. But again, if y'all have said y'all were the least successful, as soon as I say it, I'm being shady. And I was just trying to make a point, but again, I don't know how it was edited. I gotta watch the show. I'm at a disadvantage. Yeah.
I was like, no, don't.
Well, I will say the worst thing that you said was they're the least successful group. That was the worst thing that you said about us. So take that how you will.
Which in turn was not a lie.
No, it wasn't a lie. That's
and
why
I didn't mean it as shade. They didn't show the whole thing. I was saying
because when you
made the most out of it.
Because when you add group, that is the said truth.
Right.
If you say they were the least successful, that
is a lie. Right.
So did they say I said the least successful or the least successful
artists on our show? I would. That's what I would say.
You said what?
I'm still.
You guys are the most successful artists currently on our show.
I'm still trying to figure out two things that just happened.
Songwriting is an artistry. You're an artist.
Yeah. There's two things that happened on this episode. I'm still trying to figure out. One, why they act like Nivea came up with Blueprint. Two, how they acting like Pam wrote that song. I'm just like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. None of that happened like that. None of that happened like that. I came up with the name Blueprint.
You came up with the name.
You were all there.
You came up with the name, Felisha.
And Pam wrote 2 lines of the hook, and I literally wrote the rest of the song from the verses, the pre, all of that.
I was there. I remember.
I was there.
I'm not saying Pam didn't, wasn't her idea, but come on, man. Like, come on.
They made it, they gave that to her.
I know.
Oh, so they got Pam looking like she wrote the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's all good. It's all good. I'll talk about this online, but I'm not about to hit nobody and say nothing. It's stupid. I'm not.
Yeah.
They saying
it's
Pam
not
said
that
God
important.
of heaven more precious than the earth.
More precious than your
word.
More precious than your word.
So she changed word to earth.
No, it's still word. It's nothing more
precious. What are these people
than
talking
your
about
word,
in this live?
Don't read the comments.
I'm not going to read the comments. They like Elijah,
I want to see people be like,
why would I lie?
20 years of experience will tell you, don't worry those bitches.
But the thing is, like, people just expect such things. Why would I lie? If I watched the episode, I actually wanted to watch the. Thank you for being on this, actually, Felisha, because I said I was going to go to the gym and I was going to watch the episode. But then when Fallon was like, yo, let's go live, I didn't have time. She was like 8 o'clock. I was already driving home at 7.
I was like, we got to clear the MF in air, okay?
But people just think I'm a grown-ass man. I don't have to lie. Like, I really love these ladies. If I didn't fuck with them, if this was another cast member in the house, I wouldn't be on here. Like, because
that's another reason I didn't want to give Aubrey the satisfaction of like, ooh, look what I did. Like, no.
Yeah, like, I did that. I haven't said nothing about this show at all. Not on my stories, nothing. But because I care about these girls and how things would be portrayed, like I said to Fallon before Felisha got on here, I don't like when friends get online and don't take accountability and just do it for clout and just downplay. If you ever cared about somebody, just take accountability. I said it. This was why. I don't like that it made you feel this way, and I'm sorry. Y'all not finna sit there and comment me to death and get me to try to continue the shade happening.
And you know what? That's one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't give enough credit for is like when people take accountability for what they've done and what they've said. Like, just take it for it as it is. If you accept, you accept. If you don't, you don't. And I told you earlier, Elijah, there's been plenty of things people have been like, oh, Fallon, you catty, you stank, you got a bad attitude, you this, you that. All right, yeah, whatever. But every single time that you see me post show or in comments or in anything, it says, okay, I may have said something I didn't want to say, but or I shouldn't have said, but you know, I apologize for it, and I'm here and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and I'm actually compensating for what that may have been. So I do accept your apology when it comes to that, because in reality TV, these things now we know. Okay, now we know what reality TV looks like and how people can portray you for something that you just may not be. And then a lot of people are like, oh, well, you gave them the ammunition. Bitch, I'm not looking at this damn camera. I'm literally sitting here like anybody else would sit here at home or somewhere else, and you sitting here talking.
That's, you know what's so
because
funny?
When you're on camera for 24 hours a day, you forget the cameras are there, and you sitting there like, I'm gonna say what I need to say, and it is what it is.
You really do. You really, really do. You don't even, after a while, they just become invisible, because you just like, I'm just gonna be, you know, myself. Shit, hell, we had talked about all this shit. I'm in trouble for this Idris Elba comment. I'm like, damn.
What did you say about
trouble
Idris
for that.
Elba?
It's
My man is
true.
like, Idris Elba.
What you said about Idris?
He's gorgeous and he could get it.
I'm just like,
summer
okay, you know what? And I'm explaining something like, baby, there's cameras on me 24/7. If that's the worst they got,
but you and Harvey are like best. People don't understand the dynamic between you and
nah,
Harvey.
he ain't tripping. It's just funny.
Yeah.
He's like,
side-eyed you like, I didn't know.
Idris Elba.
It was like that. Well, I'm gonna have to watch you around
him.
God. Hilarious.
That's funny.
It's a lot of
I got a feeling
live.
there's going to be a lot more of these next coming episodes. What we have, 5 left? 5 or 6? 6
5,
left?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a lot more lives, because baby.
Yeah, I think
about to get heated.
Now that the cat's out of the bag, we're gonna have to go live more often, especially because next week, Elijah, where'd Elijah go?
We lost him. I think his signal went out.
When we get him back, because then when Elijah's the one that comes through for us and Aubrey, so
we'll see. Well, no, let's not give it away, but yeah,
they showed in the super trailer.
Oh.
But I've been giving mad shit away. I need to shut the fuck up.
Please don't.
All right, I love you guys.
Actually, Kiely, I'm loving that hair.
I hate it.
Dope.
I love it.
It's too much. Do you know what freaking Jude said in one of the comments?
You need real. It looks synthetic, but it's But if it was a real like wig,
the edge part.
Yeah,
it look different.
If it was a real wig, like that color, you would look great. Yeah,
I
you
was
still look
feeling
great.
like, let me give my husband a girlfriend tonight. That was the category.
There you go.
I'm giving him a girlfriend tonight.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know how long you guys want to stick around, but I do want to take some questions, because people just got a lot of questions. So if y'all do have questions, if we can answer them, I do want to take time to be able to do that right now, because I say that we're not looking at the comments, and we are. We just wanted to air some stuff out real quick. So if y'all got questions, put them in the comments, and we'll just kind of go down and see what you guys have to say and see if we can answer them or not. How y'all feel about that, Kiely?
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever you want, baby.
Somebody said, why are the twins so shady?
They're not shady. Shut up. They're not shady.
I don't know. Well, I guess it's us.
It depends on if you think shady is a bad thing or not. Because shade can be real instead of just catty. So if you think that we're shady, maybe you're kind of sensitive. And that's okay. But everybody ain't for everybody.
Right. I said that earlier. I was like, I think the reason why I get along with Fallon and Felisha is because a lot of people don't think my personality comes across very, very well. Okay. And I can relate to it. Also, I have a lot of Geminis in my life. So I don't take the stuff that you say, like, once I got to know you and got to know the people that you were, the stuff that you say, you're just kidding. Like you said, it looks synthetic. I'm not like, oh my God.
I mean, like everybody said, and like everybody said in the comments, like shade and honesty there's a thin line between that. Like just because you don't say something the right way doesn't mean that it's shade or doesn't mean that it's wrong. It could just be the truth, but I didn't use any tact. And some people, especially in the music industry or any industry, if you're working at a real job or if you're a doctor or if you're doing something that you got to save people's lives or help them, they're not going to sugarcoat and be like, oh, you're doing a good job. We're not giving out ribbons, okay? This is a real job, and this is what it is.
Somebody asked me a question, and I think it's very interesting. Now that Felisha is married, can she see why her older sisters weren't as available to do music for Cherish? And will y'all ever reunite for an album? You know what? Yeah, I think that it was more like they even had it more because they had kids. So yes, it does. It's time consuming. It takes up time. Being married is a whole job. I can't even lie and just say that it's not. You know, the same thing.
Oh.
So we're able to kind of like understand each other, but everybody, you know, ain't like that. So honestly, yeah, I do understand, you know, how people can live their lives and get, you know, occupied with things. So yeah. And then will there be a Cherish album? Who knows? Ask Farrah. She on here.
On here. My sister wants to be friends with Farrah so bad. She wants to form a support group. I was on the phone with Fallon the other day and she was like, let me talk to Farrah. Give me Farrah's number.
She's like, she's the sister too. I want to talk to Farrah. I'm an older sister. She gets me.
Yeah.
No, you don't want none of that.
How did you ladies film the confessionals? There were a couple outfit changes during the confessionals. So they had a room. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so how the confessionals worked is that if you ever felt like airing something out, if you ever felt like saying something, you would just go straight up and go to the confessionals like, I got something to say, you know? Mm-hmm. So at any point in time, you can be in pajamas or you can be fully dressed with makeup on. You can go to confessionals whenever you wanted to. So that's how that worked.
I'm interested though. I honestly did not see Aubrey go into that confessional and say all that stuff. Because she seems so cool with you guys. But again, I mean,
cool as in fake?
Like, well, yeah, but I mean, I saw that she was working on you guys, but like, I felt like, you know, okay, she flipped it real fast though, and I don't understand. To me, it was that conversation at dinner, which is where they're like shaping that it flipped. But I don't really even feel like that's what it was. Like, even after the dinner, she still came downstairs. She was still like, I don't know. To me, it was more telling the conversation that she had with her friend, talking about like the style of music and the not dancing and all that. So I feel like it's like I'm sorry. Yes, she was a problem for me, but I just to me it just seemed like she tried to then make you guys the problem when really the problem was you didn't want to do this kind of music. So just say that. Just be honest. Just be like, hey, I like to do dance music. That's what I want to do. And I accidentally joined an R&B girl group.
She was like the R&B girls. And I'm like, we are R&B. Like,
this
what are you talking about, the R&B girls?
Exactly.
That made
so when I saw that conversation, I was like, oh. It was weird. The twins aren't doing techno music or whatever. Not saying that there's anything wrong with electronic music, but it was supposed to be about R&B.
More questions.
Sorry, I know I'm being messy.
Yeah, I mean, definitely enough about Aubrey.
Filter on here.
What was your favorite song on the album? Is Talking for me. Well, you're gonna have to. I mean, there's a lot to unravel about the music. So we're gonna once we get there, we'll do this live in a few weeks and see how that kind of pans out.
But I love Talking. I love Bird's Eye View.
Talking and Bird's Eye View. Felisha and I wrote, and they are. I really think that they fit like a sound, and you know, yeah. I mean, like I said, we can't really talk too much about the music until we figure out.
Why can't I see more comments?
You got to scroll down.
Did y'all find Misha and Irish's vocals? Nobody deleted those vocals, people.
No, unless the producers do it just for a storyline.
For yourselves. That don't make no sense.
Nobody erased vocals. I don't know what happened with that. That could have been a production thing or like a TV production thing, but we did not.
Yeah, nobody did that. I've gotten those accusations too. Nobody has deleted no vocals. Kiely, are you laying any vocals on the project? No, because when I did, they got mad at me. Leave me alone. And then when Nivea was doing the low note today, nobody was like, "Oh, Nivea's singing the low." I'll call y'all.
That's true.
Felisha,
That
when
is very true.
But when
I'll
you
call
said,
y'all.
when you
I'm
said,
out.
"Oh, the low octave,"
Do you know what? That was messed up. That was messed up because I was really trying to figure it out. And they made that shady as hell. You know what kills me? It kills me every time Irish or Misha goes in the booth and they cut to me and you immediately. And they're just like, oh my God.
Right. They do that. They just have like just eyes. Just and then like
looking at
Aubrey is talking at all. It's a clip of me. Maybe not even that day, but it's a clip of me being just like
well,
come on.
At least y'all not the shade queens of the show. Like,
no, I'm the one that gets verbally abused.
We're coming in a close second and third.
I mean, I'm first. I'm first place.
We back.
I'm first.
You're definitely
place,
in first place, but
y'all
we're
definitely
close
right
second
here.
and third.
For sure.
I don't even have to say nothing, and they're still mad, so it's fine. Shh.
How was it working with the ladies?
You guys are making money right now.
Okay, so how was it working with these ladies in the huge age gap? Okay, let's talk about this age gap because me and Felisha kind of said something when we were on the live with Monique and Petty King the other day about the whole auntie comment and, you know, saying that, oh, yeah, you know, they're old or whatever. And honestly, that's like I said, it can be edited the way it wants to, but honestly, that's definitely how we didn't mean it. When it comes to auntie, there's an auntie energy and
it's an energy, yeah.
It's a vibe, okay? If you act like an auntie, Mary J. Blige is an auntie, right? Because the way she move, the way she act, the way she, you know what I mean? Like people call her like Mary J.
I mean, they they call Mary J.
She's
like the godmother. No, listen, they call Mary J. like an auntie because she's like the godmother of music, so it's a different kind of auntie. The auntie we're talking about when we were talking about Misha is more of like, you're giving off auntie energy in a way of like, you're not keeping up with the rest. You're not, you know, putting your all into something because maybe you're literally limited to how much you can actually put into it. So it's more of an auntie that way. Just explain, because ain't nobody talking crap about Mary J, okay? Mary J is everything.
Talking crap about
no,
Mary
I know.
J.
I just want to make everybody else understand that that's the case.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't talking crap about Mary J. Blige. So let's dead that the way that it is.
Fun that wasn't planned, like bonding activities. Yeah. I
mean, tonight on this episode, we had a party.
Yeah, we had that was planned, but like there were again, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 30 days.
I got a question for our viewing audience because this kind of makes me upset.
Oh.
If anybody that comes into a situation, I don't care if you are a esthetician, I don't care if you do eyebrows, I don't care if you do makeup, I don't care if you're a dentist, I don't care if you're a singer. If you're going to be thrown into a situation with 9 other people in your profession that does not have the same qualifications as your profession, and how you feel that you have been working a lot harder than other women, do they deserve a pass and do they deserve a ribbon? Because I'm trying to figure out, where do we draw the line with saying, oh, you were mean and you were this and you were that. But this is a job, right? And when something is a job, you want to do it to the best of your ability. You don't want to sit here and say, oh, well, let's see if somebody can be better at that job. You want to be like, if you're qualified, do the job. Yeah. And we're all going to do the job, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
It was the situation we got thrown into, though. It's the situation. It was the situation we were thrown into because, again, if you guys were hired to write for Misha and Irish, you guys would have written for Misha and Irish and kept it, right? Like, you guys are professionals. That's not, you would have been like, okay, pin some shit down. Girl, we're going to get the best vocals we can get, comp them shits together and keep it pushing. But this was now not just you writing and producing for them, but being all together in a group. So that's where the complication lies. It's now like, we've said this. We're all going to be judged.
When do you supposed to earn a participation ribbon is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if it's your job, we do this for work. This is how we do it
when the check rolls in. That's what I'm saying. Misha and Irish weren't paying you. So like, no.
Yeah, and I understand that, but even if
she's agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. But, you know, I just kind of feel like people are really sensitive when it comes to, oh, give her a chance, do this and do that. And it's not like me and Felisha were the main people that was giving the chances, because we were the ones that were trying to help everybody come together and do it, because it honestly, a lot of things wouldn't have gotten done if we hadn't stepped up and done it. So I just kind of feel like a lot of people are just like, oh, you being catty, you didn't give this person a chance. If it was your job, people, this was your actual job, and you were trying to say, oh, and somebody else is telling you to give somebody else a chance, when that same said person,
when they're not unqualified,
it's not as qualified as you, how would you feel if it was your profession? Just think about that real quick. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
I agree with you. I just think more for me, it was disappointing that like once everybody walked in and saw who was there, like, get it together. That's when you pull up. That's when you step up, because now you know it's not like we're not going to be two-stepping, you know, like.
Somebody said, who did y'all expect to be on the show? We had no idea.
I know.
I tell you who I didn't expect. I really didn't expect Misha and Irish, nor Pam. I didn't expect none of them.
Somebody said, I feel like you all are qualified, or else you all wouldn't be in the house. Well, that's not how reality TV works. But okay. I respect your opinion.
Exactly. So, like, you guys, it's a reality show. They had to put some. If they put all these people who are perfectly qualified, equally yoked, who can all do the same thing and get along, kumbaya, then y'all wouldn't be watching.
You wouldn't
be
watching.
It'd be boring. Obviously, they knew what everybody looked like. They knew what everybody sounded like. They knew what everybody was doing with their lives at the moment before we got there.
All right. Well, Kiely, I want to ask you something. Can you hit that low octave real quick?
I hate you. Oh, the low octave.
Oh man, you guys. See, let me tell you people, this was the best part about being on the show was meeting these girls. You guys are amazing women. I appreciate you and enjoy you all the time. I really do. I know, like, it looks like we just a bunch of messy, crazy people. I don't even say nothing and I get in trouble, so fuck it. I was like, I'm basically mute and still in trouble. Like, how? Leave me alone. If Alex does not keep, Alex, I said promises. Your friend Alex is trying to tell me to
they
say
want you to sing it.
Can I sing
but
it?
it really was. I'm gonna get off in a minute, but I just wanted to tell you
we
that
got 5 minutes. I'm ending it at 9. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But because I'm tired. I'm old. But I do. Like, because we couldn't say it, or I guess we didn't say it or couldn't say it, whatever, before. I really do love them. Don't come on my page saying no bullshit. You're going to get blocked and deleted. I won't block you, actually, because I would keep my followers. I will restrict you and save you.
Somebody said, how does Aubrey look like in person?
What?
And y'all talking about us being petty.
Thank you. I feel like you two are just saying basically what the twins are saying the whole time. In your heads. You're saying it in your heads while you're watching it, and then they just say it out their mouths. I don't say nothing. I just be giving looks.
All right, well,
sometimes
I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises.
No, it's promises.
And it's I'm getting a little.
I'm getting a little.
I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises.
No, do it right. You better show the list.
I said promises.
It sounded too perfect to me.
It's too perfect. Fuck it. All right.
I hate y'all.
It's gonna be good, and we're gonna do more lives, and we're gonna do some fun shit, because we gotta get out of this like bog of like, oh, the show comes out and then people like form their opinions. No, we were fucking there. We know what happened. If it didn't happen, just like Elijah came on and said that shit didn't happen, that's what we need to be doing. And we talked about that before.
but like
it
he
was a
said,
mess.
it came off.
You threatened his life? Did you give him a what you did last week to me? You didn't threaten my life. But you were like, what the hell was that?
It was a death stare for me.
Who's
Yeah,
that
Kiely the whole time
stare?
was like, I'm scared of you.
I'm terrified of Felisha sometimes. I would crawl
I
up
don't know
next to
why
her.
I'm so sweet.
Miss Felisha? Excuse me, Miss Felisha.
Somebody
Do
said
you think that
Fallon needs to come up with a Do the Record song. Y'all want to write that with me?
Do the record.
do the record?
Do the record.
Do the record? It should be
Y'all
your
so
guys'
foolish.
dance break in the show.
Okay, so we're gonna end this live in a minute. We only got 2
Yeah, I
minutes,
gotta feed my
but I
kids.
do want to say, make sure you guys keep tuning in to BET Presents the Encore. It is gonna come on every Wednesday night. It is epic, and when I tell you that it gets better and better, it gets better.
It's just getting started.
It's literally just getting started.
God.
So
We
make
got
sure you
6
guys
more, man.
make sure you guys tune in. Kiely, Felisha, I would love to do these lives a little bit more often if y'all want to. Maybe one of us, two of us, back and forth, whatever.
I like it when they're spontaneous like this. It's like you never know.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be a lot of things that's going to be addressed from here on out. And it's the drama continues, the music continues, everything continues.
Yes.
So
love you both, and we'll do this again soon.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.